Hi. We're doing a test on the strength of the internet. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Hi. Everybody can hear me? We're early. We're testing the internet. Okay, great. Great. Because we don't want anything to go haywire on this. Loud and clear. Okay. All right. Good. I'm on live. I'm the strength, so we can go ahead with the AC down here.
Let me see you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel comfortable right now?
Yeah, I think it could be a little bit
higher. Like if it was higher, because you could maybe sit back.
yes. Guys, we're just doing the technical setup because
Could you put this on top of the table?
yeah, man. Let's try it. Yeah, this is oh right. Yeah, perfect. Look,
Yeah.
yeah. So
You look dolly down.
yeah, my dolly done for this interview, my love.
What, you want the AC now?
Yes, I'm looking for the remote for it. Yes, my love.
Where's the remote?
Oh my God, everybody's checked in. Check. Look and see if they leave it in the bedroom. They said this is better. Guys, I'm in my studio and I never knew that I never knew that the Instagram worked so well. The internet works so well down here. So I'm doing it live from my studio. I had to come on.
Is this remote working? This is the remote? This don't look like it.
I don't know what Lisa would have done with it. Lisa, a ring light. We'll have the ring lights, but this is just a natural light from in the studio. So we're gonna go with the ring light. We'll have a ring light. We just wanted to test this. Do you guys want me to stay while we're doing the technical setup? Because I was gonna come on at 2:45, but so many of you, yeah. So we're gonna need the ring light as well.
Yeah, I'll bring it down, but this AC remote can't be on.
It's crazy. 1 second, guys.
The one upstairs works on me? No.
You have a number? Can you call Lisa? You don't have a number for her.
I think it probably should come outside.
All right, guys. I'm going to come off and then we'll be back. What time is it now?
2:33.
2:33. So I'll be back at 2:45. Yes, we will be bringing your questions to Wayne. Yes, Wayne is ready. Tell everybody if you have any questions. I will not be ignoring you. This is the reason why I brought it to Instagram Live, right? So any questions that you, my fans, right, want to ask, the topic, well, if you were following this story, you would have known that he has done 2 interviews since this one. What has not been addressed right now is how did the voice notes leak? Who leaked them? Right? Those are important. And we'd like to know some other questions as to the reason Carlene was on the phone with Andre behind Auntie Shelly's back. What was she standing to gain? A lot of questions that I would prefer to ask while Wayne is here on the live. Thank you, God stands. Thank you. So I'm going to come off and I'm going to continue to set up with the lights because this is also going to be on YouTube with all the evidence to what we have spoken, who presented their evidence, what exactly they were talking about. We will have that. You do not want to miss Auntie Shelly's live. I'll be going full force at 2:45. All right? Yes, Uptown, me mix up. I don't love it because you're over here. All right? Yes. You love it. And addicted to Auntie Shelly too much till bad mind overrun most of. No, it will not be aired on live. It will be right here. So as I come back, share it, share it, share it. We're still setting up. We wanted to test the feed to ensure that everybody, we will invite, we'll be reading out questions from you. It will be very interactive because when we put this to rest, we're going to put it to rest. Now there's a lot of questions out there that needs to be asked, and I'm doing it with you guys today. Okay, the ring light is on. Ooh, that looks good. Then said just stay because it's soon time. All right, you can stay. We're still setting up, guys.
Did you prefer it here or you prefer
No.
it like when it was there?
I just need my coffee mug with some water. And
Is like one of the tea? Like the one that says tea?
yes.
Okay.
Hi, welcome. Share up the live. For those that don't know, Wayne Forbes, the former producer for Partner Draw TV, will be here speaking very candid on allegations brought in the public media by Andre Stevens. Big up New York. Big up New York. Love your face care. I go to my bed at 8:30. That alone me can't tell anybody. And I try to put on moisturizer as much as I can. Hi, Kimberly Kelly. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Oh, one trending TV. Mix up there. Mix up and blend the people them there. Want to share up the live and make them know. Carlene, a foundation from in the 90s, Shelly, a tech swinging 20s. I take this, Shelly, I take the swinging 20s. I saw life go. Yes. He's speaking at exactly 3 o'clock. We will be starting the interview. I had not planned to start this live, but I wanted to test the strength because I don't normally do lives from my studio. I wanted to check the strength of the Wi-Fi. So we have tested it and we are continuing to put on the lights and additional so this live can be saved for anyone that have missed it. All right, one second, don't leave, guys. I'm back, guys. We're just doing some minor changes so Auntie Shelly can be comfortable. Hi, Raquel. Yes, Wayne Forbes from Partner Draw TV will be here. I just have one thing to make Auntie Shelly feel comfortable right now. And we're going to get this tea out in the open. Todd, are not finished? He's not finished. 1 second.
I don't even know where you're gonna put this on and out.
Just put it. Just,
you're not gonna reach over to you.
Alright, here what we're going to do. I can't believe that I have just.
Huh?
Anybody can give me a time check? I don't have my watch and I can't use my phone while I'm on your live. Give me a time check. Time check. What's the time, guys? Jamaican time. 2:44. We have 15 minutes to go. 2:43 here. Thank you. We have 15 minutes to go, guys, till we get some clarity on those voice notes, those illegal taped messages, and so much more. We want to find out about the Obia. We have so much things that we want to talk about that is circulating. We understand that Andre, up to recently, alerted everyone that he is in an institution. If you have not been following the news, we understand he isn't in an institution. And he has not checked himself in for help that is needed. These are the questions. We're going to find out what is happening with Andre Stevens, what is happening with Carlene and her intentions, right? Why hasn't Andre checked himself into an institution? Who has control over his YouTube page?
Are you getting me?
Just put it down. Not really. Down more. You're feeling something coming out of that? Out of which end?
It's coming out before.
Alright, maybe it's... Yes, it just needs to come up a little bit closer. Yes.
You ready now?
Guys, share the live, share the live, share the live.
I'm gonna take that again.
Almost time. It's the time I would have come on. But again, I wanted to make sure that the strength was good. She was out of order, and she was more out of order going on nationwide. But she would have to go and get her lawyer money ready and answer to the lawsuits. Because she's going to be slapped with multiple. Not only from me. Well, it's clear that she said what she said, so we want to find out what could have caused all of this. Yes, she was, I figure she was given ammunition, but there has to be a reason, and that's what I'm coming here to find out. I am here to find out what we knew behind the scenes of the intentions. Guys, give me a time check. Give me a time check. We're starting this interview on time. Them worse than friend enemy. Okay, 248, guys. Remember, I'm doing this with you guys. So I will be reading the comments. I will be reading the comments. Machiavelli, big up yourself. Yep, I see a lot of people logging on now because it's much more closer to, yep. Yep, the live is going up. Yeah, they wanted to destroy my character, but pity them no know, say. Ooh!
But you needed to change.
Thank you. Lord Nadia, thank you very much. I must say that's why they're mad and jealous. Well, I don't have full clarity on that question. So we will ask the questions direct. We will ask the questions directly. And we also need to understand the message inside there of Obia. Did they have a Shelly Quran Dolly down there a juk up? That I want to know. Them never see me up a hill a big payment plan, eh? He's done or no? No, I'm not, you know, so I'm not come to take over anything. Shelly is in her own lane. I don't look left. I don't look right. I look straight ahead of me. I'm not, I don't see anybody as competition. I see people doing well and I'm happy for them. Right? Remember, me never really do nothing to see everything just a collapse, you know. I was just a fan. Thank you. Cover me under the blood of Jesus. Because I don't know about them Obia business, my love. I'm shocked to find out Carlene was going to bring 3 souls. That they on the voice note. I want to know more about this. What is it that she wanted from Andre? Those are the questions I want to know. Let me see if Wayne is here yet. Wayne isn't here. I'm going to wait until Wayne arrives. Can I get a time check? So I'll know to send a message. Whitney Progressive, where are you? Where are you in this world? $3:52. We have 8 minutes. All I'm saying, when them digging grave for people, them have to go dig for themselves. You never hear that? Wanna put up on the flags. Missy London checking in. I know it's late. And you guys choose to be here. Big up on yourself. Whitney, that's a simple 1, 2, 3. We just meet up one day. Wayne lives in London. Wayne lives in London. And that is the reason why the interview had to be done at 3 o'clock this time. He has plans. Big up London. Gambia. Big up Gambia. Yes, we have to wake up the internet at 3 o'clock. Nothing really happen at 3 o'clock. Yes, it says when you're digging hole, dig two. Big up Billie Jean. Billie Jean, Billie Jean. I'll let Wayne explain how he became friends with Andre, or business partners rather. Big up Miami, my stamping ground. Wait, a whole heap of tea just come on my page. I have to read this. Because she did the adoption wrongful. Karen was poor Indian girl from South Side. Did you remember when CVM interviewed her, she told them not to answer call because we knew? Blessed child, look like you have some tea there now. Try send it in to Auntie Shelly. Belgium, yes, I want to come to, I want to tour the world. Of course I want to come to Belgium. I've been to France, I haven't even been to Italy yet. I've been to Ireland, I've been to England. So my touring on the European side isn't that great. Yes, blessed child like this look like she have a whole heap of school. Let me just send a text, guys. Stay right here. Let me just send a text. Let me send a text to Wayne. Let him know that we're here. Stay right there. No, don't cancel. Okay, hopefully. So how Shelly hear about that? Shelly's crystal. Lord, wait, me missing a lot. No look like we don't have the real tea. Sound like one I was supposed to dip on tea time this week, my love. But after this interview, I don't know if we are going to talk about Carlene for revive for her career. True, I could have a worldwide tea time. I don't think I'm going to give Carlene no more attention. Yes, original Bobby. It mix up till it dip on my face. That's why you're over here. Lord Jesus, the people them say Crystal is not. I don't know. I'm not come to discuss the business here. I'm come to discuss the business that. We come to discuss the partner draw. No, partner global 38358_TV. Just wave to me. Wayne Forbes is on the live, guys. He's on the live. We are going live with Wayne Forbes, so we do not have to assume anything. Uno going up to 200. Uno calling on everybody. Come on. Because when we talk, yeah, big up Wayne. Big up Wayne because he has had to endure a lot of slander. Just like how Auntie Shelly had to endure a lot of slander. Bad to bad. Nobody never asked me for DNA test yet. When you can select join in the live anytime you're ready. I think my tea timers, my haters, my supporters, everybody is here. They are gonna beat me, they are gonna beat you. Andre's supporters are over here. Big up all the Andre cult members. Big up on yourself. Everybody's here. And we're not hide no comments. We're not going to skim around anything. Wanna go and follow Wayne Global. Yeah, man, the cult is getting ready because they don't like the truth. Big up Lati, big up Lati that is a part of the cult. Yes. Big up Talop, my friend. I hope you never chat me with Andre because everything I go spill out, my love. Lord Jesus, I want to know who else run out. I want to know who, hey, you know what me want to know? Big up Fiona, Team Andre. Get him checked into a hospital. But me not big you up. Because we are praying that him come back to what he needs to come back to. Tell up, me I go ask Wayne who else call. Me I go ask Wayne who else chat me. Jesus Christ. Which JLP, MP, ejaculate on Andre. Jesus, me not even come for that, you know. But I him say it, you know, this is not scandal. It's what come out of on the mouth. His mouth. Yes, LiQWYD, you can love both away. And if you don't love me, that's fine. That's fine. But we're here for truth. You see, if you're not going to cuss me, you're not going to cuss me for what I do. I not take it. Of course, you can ask questions. As long as the questions are in a respectable format for my guests. And it's, yes, I am going to ask him the questions. If my lipstick are distract you no need for go on from over here, so I tell you, say I stop big friend from 1995. If me didn't know, say Carlene was a traitor, or a we call it, one hypocrite. Me don't know what you call her. Me wouldn't pay the rent for her. Me wouldn't pay the rent, my love. PW Global 358_TV has officially sent the request to join this live. It's not coming through.
I can hear you, Shelly. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Wayne. Welcome, Mr. Forbes, to tea time. Sit down with
Good evening. Good evening and good evening to your audience, and thanks for having me.
Wayne, what has this week been like, being that you have been on 2 interviews discussing the issues you have had with Andre? Has it brought any relief to you, to your healing?
An awful lot, because particularly last week was very, very heavy and disturbing, because even people within my family were questioning me. So it made people even who knew I didn't do it was still even questioning could it be true or not. That's how much I had to deal with. Never mind the audience of Andre cult or Yamhead Society, whatever they want to be, and his minion of number hungry vloggers. So it was an awful week given that immediately after the 13th of August, I slipped straight into deep depression. I lost my appetite. Everything was just going awful.
And you're talking directly about the allegations he made about you stealing 3.5 million thereabouts.
That's correct.
But the reason why I'm not going to ride on it, I'm just going to bring everybody up to speed, because you did an interview with Carlos, your first interview publicly, and I believe Carlos TV, guys, it's still on YouTube, and I believe you came out very strong in providing all the receipts necessary to clear your name from
That's
those
correct.
allegations. So from that, you feel Narissa, who is the holder of the account and the money, came on and cleared you from
Yes.
what was a straight lie, I would say. There was no 3.5 million, and that's put to rest.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to, unless my audience have any questions, I notice that you didn't really touch on the release of the voice notes.
Yes.
Was that purpose that you didn't talk about it on the last two shows?
I spoke about the voice notes on the last two shows, but not really in depth. But we also spoke last night about the Currency Morrison voice note, which is a voice note I have never received. So we spoke about the voice notes, but not in depth. But what I'm hoping to clear up tonight is the Carlene voice note among all the others which I was blamed for.
All right, let's get down to it. I want to take it back because I need to be very truthful to how I felt about you, and you can explain where you were in the time frame of you and Andre. I woke up about a month ago, Wayne, and I heard you're very good on the dates. When Andre just woke up one day, it's like I woke up out of the bed and I realized Partner Draw TV was just dragging Shelly for out of the blue. Do you know anything about the production of that episode, and where were you as the producer at that time?
Well, for that week, I was absent from the show. I was asked to take a rest, and Andre and the junior producer would run the show. So I had nothing to do with the running of the show for that entire week. From the 7th of August onwards, because he didn't do a show the Sunday night. He came back the Monday night, which was where the whole announcer story, alligator, and all of that started. Monday, Tuesday night. I think it was Wednesday night, the 9th of August, when he went on to start having a tangent at you. And
Correct.
that was where I and a lot of people start cringing with the tirade continues and transferred to different people as the weekend went on.
Correct. Because when that happened, I was a little shocked. And I was remembering saying, but Wayne did not stop this? Because this is not the people's business, or the people's agenda that we know Partner Draw to be. What I wanted to ask you about that, do you know of any reason Andre had to start to drag Shelly? Do you know of any betrayal that I did, or do you know of any animosity that he may have had with me that he confided in you?
Well, from my understanding, and it wasn't a secret. I think it was almost public if anyone listens to him. After the money demonstration, he felt that you betrayed him and because he built your platform. So that's where I think his bitterness started. And then it exploded after the ISAT situation where you had your democracy
Views.
on the issue as well. And
Right.
that is what would have sparked him within that week of the whole tirade.
So what you've been talking about basically is what I had sensed also, that Andre wants me to follow in his lead, and for some reason feels like he has built my platform. And I don't know if his followers feel the same, but I do not want anything from you guys, nothing, right?
Dr. Love could concur what I'm saying because he had that same conversation with Dr. Love. So Dr.
Correct.
Love could concur what I'm saying.
So I experienced the bitterness from Andre by not going to a protest. For those guys, you guys might not know, that happened a while back. I don't do protests. I felt like he trapped me into this Monique situation. And I wasn't feeling well. And what his response to me was to insinuate and to go and tell his followers to unfollow me because I am not, I don't know what's the word, I'm not loyal. And I saw this behavior and I kind of knew that me having my opinion on ISAT,
Sorry.
it's just like I had the opinion of him privately that I don't care if he shares, because I will share it. And I'll tell you this, and I'll say it for the first time that I shared it, right? Remember, my brand is not built on saving Jamaica. My brand is built on mix up, and then we may introduce certain topics that is trending that we can discuss, whether
Which
that's
he knew of before you were affiliated with Partner Draw.
which one?
Which he knew before you were affiliated with Partner Draw.
Correct. So my brand is not built on this. So I saw him also going out. So I saw this brand and I love the brand, what he was doing. And I see that for some reason he was glorifying cartel. And I thought it to be very contradictory to the issues that he was speaking about on his platform. And I said it to him. I said it to him because I'm not a hypocrite. There is also something that I have said out of me understanding that he has some mental illness, was, Andre, be careful of doing 6 nights a week because you know you need to have rest. And anybody that suffers from mental illness knows that sleep is a very, very important part of keeping stable. Were you one
That
of
advice, I must say, that advice had always been given to Andre internally, but came under heavy resistance.
I see. So you understood his condition, but he did not want to take those advice.
And it's not just my advice, it was a team advice. But
Okay,
it came under heavy restriction. He pushed back heavily on that.
So, okay, the question that a lot of people are here for. Andre has now come out and he has acknowledged that he illegally taped apparently lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
That's true?
Well, if he's admitting, I think one should take his word for it.
Correct. All right. So I understand that well, I heard it for myself. So I want to know what would be the intention of him to record people without their knowledge, and why was this sent to you?
Well, the recordings were, to, in my knowledge, used as burners and
Use as what?
burners, and they were sent to me for storage.
What does that mean? Burners.
Yes.
You have to explain this now.
Right. Burners mean information that you can use, one, to either control a person, or two, to tarnish them should they step out of line.
Okay, so you are a part of so you were a part of that plan then, because you accepted the illegal recordings.
No, I wasn't a part of the plan. And why I can say I wasn't a part of the plan, immediately I realized I was dismissed from partner job. I put a legal document in place not to protect the ones I have, but to protect the ones that both of us have. The issue is he and I are not the only person who have a lot of these recordings. I've got recordings from from February 2022 to August the 7th. But I put legal restrictions in place to protect them because I understand that there are people's private information on them, people's trust and credibility. So even though I have them and never planned to use them, the minute I was leaving, then I sought to put a legal restriction on them. If I was planning to use them, then there would be no reason for me to put a legal restriction on you and the use of them.
So at the time that the recording happened with Carlene, when would that be around? What period of?
The recording with Carlene happened on the Thursday morning. He had the tirade at you on Wednesday night, and then
Yes,
Carlene called him on Thursday morning
bright and
to give
early.
him more dirt to cancel Shelly, because it was a cancellation exercise from what I observed. So Colleen called him to give him more information to cancel Shelly. So immediately after that recording, he sent that recording to me. Then he had a conversation with Dr. Love with regards to that whole night scenario, because his name was also called. So there was some back and forth in voice notes with him and Dr. Love. Then there was a phone conversation that was recorded. Those are the last sets of recording
So
that
you also have Dr. Love on tape.
I do.
Insane.
That
Any of them chat me more?
well, Dr. Love and I are about to embark on some legal debacle, so I will not say further on him for now.
Okay.
But those are the last sets of recordings that I've received from Andre, because by Saturday, him and I went at loggerheads.
All right. All right. Let us go back now. So Carlene woke up early, bright and early, to provide more dirt on me. And so that was a cancellation.
Mm-hmm.
The recording that is out in the public, it sounds like there were more to the conversation. Is there a part 2 to that recording?
There could have well been a part 2 to the recording, but I only have a part 1. If there is a part 2, it is held by Andre only, or Andre and somebody else. But I only have one part of the recording. There may well be others, but the one that is circulating out there, I have that one from Thursday morning after the Wednesday night tirade.
There is a part of that voice notes. I won't talk about all the things you talk about my kids and all of that. I'm going to skip past that because we will be in court over that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this publicly, she's going to have more than one person suing her, right? Because she defamed quite a number of people in that voice note. So we will take that off. But there's a part of it that interested me because you spoke about Andre doing rituals on you. Now, every interview you have done, I've listened to it over like 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a part where you talk about where he did dollies and, trying to get your soul.
Yeah.
But then I heard on the voice note, the message with Carlene, that he was inviting her to bring 2 or 3 bodies that she trusted. I think he asked her to bring Beanie Man as one, and then she said they're not friends. What were they talking about to bring souls? What was Carlene trying to obtain in that part of the conversation about writing a book? And her now deceased sister had told her that she was going to be rich.
Well, that book that he told Carlene to get, I want people to understand that. He asked Carlene to bring a book, a brand new book. He also told me on Monday the 7th, that I need to get a new book as well. A part of this whole ritual thing that he was on, or where he was taking people into higher place, we were meant to get a book and were meant to write all your darkest secrets in the book, all your darkest secrets from childhood days, and we're going to go over all these deep, dark secrets, and we're going to heal and all of that. So that's where that whole book scenario comes from. And then with Carlene, she need to do the process with 3 people. So I was meant to buy a new book as well to put all my dark secrets in that we're going to discuss. Carlene was meant to do it. I don't know if that was to garner more dark information and people for manipulation purposes. But with Carlene, why I am happy that while Carlene was throwing you under the bus, he was plotting also to throw Carlene under the bus, because Carlene has been trying from last year to use Andre as a reinvention. She has been trying that from last year. Just shortly after Miss Princess invited Andre to Canada last year, up popped a contract from Carlene wanting to bring Andre to Canada and give him an award and all sorts of malarkey. So when the contract came, I reviewed the contract and I responded with certain queries to the contract. And he was not happy about it. He was kind of irritated about it. Who does he think he is? Blah, de blah, and all of that. So he has been trying desperately to get into Andre corner to reinvent herself. And I think listening to the voice note, one can hear the desperation of her encroaching on Andre just for, in my view, popularity and audience. And that,
Relevance.
I think, was very bitter and twisted. So I am happy that Andre threw her under the bus.
Hold on. You just said Andre threw her under the bus. Now wait, back up. So may
Mhm,
I ask you the question direct.
mhm.
Who released that recording of me and Carlene?
Andre released it under the pretense that Wayne did it, because from the Saturday evening he started a series of illusion to mess me up, but where he started it with a mess, the currency situation, why I can say that issue between Terencia and Andre was after my bust up with Andre on Saturday the 12th, is because I had no knowledge of that situation until Andre started posting the back and forth text with him and Terencia on his page, and then
But
things followed
but
on.
why would Andre release that voice note? What would be the gain for him?
The gain for him is to show how Wayne is a Judas and how Wayne is trying to bring him down. That's his illusion. That's the illusion he's casting, is to show how terrible a person I am.
But okay, but you on your Facebook posted that he needs to apologize to you, or you
Mhm.
are going to release some tapes with Nigel Clark.
Yes, I did say that.
So you are confirming that you did threaten Andre with releasing some personal voice notes with Nigel, but you didn't release the one with me. Well, not me, Carlene and him.
I have yet to release a voice note because I'm sticking by the non-disclosure agreement. Andre has continuously releasing the voice note on pretense that it's me. But what he forgot was the first one he started with, I haven't had that recording, because by then we had broken up friendship. But yes, I do have a lot of recordings. If I was into casting that type of warfare with him, which I'm not interested in, I could have released a lot of recordings. And I do have a lot of recordings. But I am protecting a lot of people.
So at what point are you giving Andre time to apologize before you, who said on Facebook, you will release the Nigel Clark? And as a matter of fact, you went further. You allege that Nigel Clark, or insinuated, I may use the word insinuated, may have made an offer to Andre to take money to burn down partner draw?
It was a question.
Mm.
As you know, in journalism, we always ask questions. So it was a question. I'm waiting to see if he would answer. I don't think I can answer a question that I have asked.
Is Andre in an institution?
No, he's not.
He made
And
a post.
while you ask me this question, I want to take the time to speak to his followers. You all need to stop support Andre destructing himself. What you all need to do is to try and get him help. He desperately needs help. He desperately needs rest. And the support he needs is not defensive destruction, but he actually needs you all to back off so he can focus on reality and get the help. But no, he is not at an institution.
He's not at an institution. So the post that he did from what looks like somebody's townhouse the other day crying, you're saying even though he was saying he's on heavy medication and crying, you are saying you have proof that he was not checked in and he's still not checked in to get the help that he needs.
That is correct. I am not up to date if he has been checked in today, but I know up until yesterday he was not checked in. I know the people who house he is at. I know of them. Don't know them in person, but I know where he is staying. I know it is not a mental health institution. It is somebody who have his best interests of heart and want to see the best for him, but he is not at a mental health institution. It is important that the support that he needs is to get him that type of help as soon as possible, because the more he is egged on in this destructive manner, it's the more dangerous it will be for him in the long term. So I would appeal to his supporters. If you are supporting him, support him to get help.
Why do you think that he's resisting the help to actually be in the institution?
I almost think it's a common thing with a lot of people who have mental health issues where they do not see the need for psychiatric or psychological evaluation at the time of a breakdown. I think that's almost a common theme. So that is a slow working process, and it takes dedicated people on the ground to get that support.
So you're acknowledging that you think that he is in a mental state at the moment.
He is, but one should also understand that people with mental health often are and can be very manipulative, and it is one of the traits that he is disposing in front of everybody at the moment.
Somebody is saying to me, Shelly, he was in an institution.
He was not.
I'm not saying he wasn't. Wayne is saying that he has proof and knows that he isn't. And I don't know of any institution that will allow people to come and offer phone and online as they want, or to leave for the PNP conference. I don't know.
He was
I've
not.
never.
He was not in an institution. He needs the help to get there, and his
But
followers.
Wayne, just like how when I realized when he first started to launch the attack on me a month ago, I started to ignore him when I saw the signs that he was not in a right mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped answering him. I blocked him because he would text me 1 o'clock in the morning, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like talking to himself. So I decided not to carry it any further and not war with him. So why would you know then, and I just have to ask the questions, if he is not well, why would you then think then threats of releasing further voice notes, not that you're saying you never release mine. I don't know. Both of you are saying that Andre saying don't release it. You're saying it, don't release it. It is in the atmosphere and it's done.
Andre released it.
Right. But you understand that both of you are denying, and I have no.
I do understand, and that's how illusion works. And his
Yeah.
part. That's how illusion works.
So
Because he realized that once the money situation hooked, then every other dirt is going to stick.
all right. I see somebody from my Twitter family asking me to ask you. I know the reason why you guys split, but can you give us a brief rundown on how you met? What was the agreement? What you did? Because we have a lot of people on here, and what was the reason why you and Andre, what was the final, what is the reason?
Okay, so I'm going to run through this very fastly. How we met on social media. I saw him on Wayne Lonesome Show. Then I subscribed to his page, gravitated to his work. I reached out to him, and with the help of another um, social media person at the time, I reached out to him, and the relationship developed from there. I didn't just met Andre as Wayne. He also met me as with my brand Forbes Legal Opinion. I just gravitated to his work, and I just threw everything I have behind whatever he was doing, even when it was 100 or 80 people watching me on Facebook. I did everything to help him as I could. I've always been introducing him to YouTube because when I met him, his business was failing. Then we all know he have his issues with political and corporate Jamaica. So because I saw the work he was doing and it showed that he was dedicated to it, I say to him, there is an income on YouTube for you where you could make a life on YouTube, because if he was going to go full scale on social justice, then I know people like him, government or public or private sector, would want to use money to quiet you. So I want him to have a source of income. So that was the whole thing. After the Donnelly situation, I said to him, you need to get onto YouTube because a lot of people are using your content over there to make money. So you're not making any money on Facebook. So it's best for you to go over YouTube. So then he, with the rest of the team, Nerissa and Bunny went forward and started the creation of the YouTube
Why
channel.
could stop a pin because I know the story. What right there?
Mhm.
Why was it? Because I know that Andre does not own the YouTube page. It's not his. It's not. It's not in his name. Correct?
The YouTube page is in Andre's name.
Name,
There
yes.
is a legal technicality when it comes to the AdSense issues. People who don't go through this process don't understand it. There is a legality to when you become a YouTube partner. Yes, if you are eligible to do all of those things on your own, you can do. But when it comes to the payment section, then you have to link it to if you the country with the eligibility that you are in, such as his Jamaica is not eligible to monetize YouTube, so it was done in the US. So it had to be linked to a US bank account and a US social security. So therefore, if there's any legal issues coming to the channel, that person is legally tied to the channel. Also, it is also tied to those persons' business, the Bunny Rose Entertainment business. So that's how the legality is. But yes, Andre owns the YouTube channel, but when that is explained, it's the legality that's been explained. Should the brand go after? It doesn't affect just Andre only because it is tied to other people. So those are the legalities that are needed to understand.
It's
It's
his
also tied,
page, but because other people help build it and have their name on
and
it, right? Is that
their name and their business, their financial information and credibility is attached to Partner Draw.
so? Even if Andre is diagnosed for having an unsound mind, that means Partner Draw TV is still liable if such lawsuits were to go. They could go after the people that are attached to the YouTube.
Precisely. So we have to protect Andre, the person, Partner Draw, the brand, and any other attachments.
Okay. Okay.
So there is a legality to that. It's not that anybody owns or control Andre. It's just that there are legalities and other people's credibility attached to Partner Draw.
All right. Guys, I just want to stop. Guys, I see a lot of your messages. I'm not going to I'm not ignoring you. I am going to suggest that you go back to the 2 interviews that Wayne has done that will give you a chronological
Jamaican Carlos and head teacher K. There was a chronological breakdown of the
down
departure.
of the departure. So I would advise you after you leave this page, catch up, because when it comes on to the finances, how Andre did not have control over the finances and the disbursement of the YouTube money. This is where Wayne has cleared his name that Andre had put out that it was stolen, and this is very important. Now, if you did watch the last 2 interviews, Wayne has been extremely honest, and he has owned up to having HIV, not AIDS, which was totally
despicable of Andre to go on YouTube and disclose. Wayne, I can't imagine how you felt when you got that video or voice note of Andre telling the world. How did you feel? Because, you know why I want to get into this? Because there is a part that I understand about mental health, but I've never really experienced anyone that's in a psychotic state or whatever, meltdown, whatever you want to describe it as. I've never experienced somebody get so nasty. And I think this is what I had to deal with, you had to deal with, and people don't understand. It takes a toll on you to actually care about somebody and hear them in a split second turn on you.
It was crushing. I don't think people understand that yes, Andre may be disposing a public breakdown, but a lot of people might not consider Wayne might also be having a private breakdown. I think my mental health has been ignored throughout the whole process as somebody who has gone through psychiatric and psychological care for 6 years. I think my whole mental health has been ignored throughout this whole situation. It was kicking. I had 2 really rough days, but like a phoenix, you always rise from the ashes.
Boy, it seems like I was having more than one. I had almost a month of it,
What
starting
what
from Andre
saved
and then the release of Carlene. But I am, you know, it 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 is what
what
it
saved
is.
me what saved me especially last week is that I'm a person who has no shame, and that kind of really pulled me through last week, because if I was a person that is easy to get embarrassed, then it would have been devastating, because just to see how everything about me was being slashed over social media, and everybody who does not know me will not know me and will never get the chance to know me, just have very strong opinion about me. It was something different, but I I am strong. I can say to them, no matter how much of them come at me, psychologically, it's hard to break me. Yes, you can batter me and bruise me, but breaking me is kind of a total different thing.
Do you have videos of Andre doing rituals that we consider to be obia?
I do.
How deep did this obia was a part of his daily life? Like, explain to us how deep was Andre, because Andre speaks to God on his channel. When he's on Partner Draw, he
I just
speaks about.
I just want to say God is a word. Most of the time we book with told we say Almighty God. God is a word. So, but
Mhm.
I won't speak to a day-to-day basis, but I know he shares great interest in the spiritual world. Within that week of the 7th to the 12th of August, I know that week he was into ritual and onwards. He has a spiritual advisor, which they set their table together with their voodoo dolls and all sorts. So He is quite much into, I don't know if it's a day-to-day thing, but he is into it to that point, yes.
Were you part of any of these rituals?
No, I'm not. I am a person who is interested in exploring African spirituality for the benefit and upliftment of humanity, not for the purpose of holding people in control or using demonic or negative force on anybody. If one understands Western religion or world religion, all has its basis in African spirituality. So one who has an a mind to explore would want to look at the source rather than branches.
Do you know if he had any dolls looking like me?
I don't know, but I know they have a black one, and I possibly think that one is me. So, but I,
Oh, for better protection
you
beside
see,
that.
no, you see, when you are in a powerful mindset, it
Mm,
leads a powerful spirit, and it also has a powerful cosmic energy. So therefore, you are spiritually guarded. So therefore, dark entities does not have the opportunity of penetrating you. I don't have to seek guidance from other forces out there. One just has to be in a powerful state of mind. I
correct.
am God in my own rights. That is
Mhm.
the power that I stand with. God in my own rights.
I have another question. If you were to release some of these recordings that you have with Andre having these illegal conversations that are taped, they were taped illegally, what would happen to Andre and his career? And who are the type of people that you have? I mean, I know you are protected, but if you can tell us, it's politician. Who are some of the people that
I would say people from all walks of life. I would leave it at that.
gave personal, private, trust him? Was he in his right mind when this recording was happening?
I've got a year of storage. I've got my storage date back to February 2022.
So we can't blame mental illness for these recordings, can we?
I wouldn't say that, no. I
But
wouldn't
you
blame mental health on that.
you kept them, and you have
I
admitted
did.
to keeping them. You have been honest
I
about
did, yes.
that.
Yes, I did. But as I said, the minute I was kicked out of partner draw, rather than releasing them, I put a legal restriction around the use of them.
Um, well, um, I'm gonna just see if I'm not going to add anybody to the live because I wouldn't want any of the the cult ones. I'm gonna just look and see if there's any questions that wants to be asked. But I wanted to say, I can't even say thanks to you, but I wanted to say that the shock of Carlene running in to bring dirt and to bring me down. Although it was hurtful, like you, I feel very fine and strong, and that I mean it was just shocking. And I questioned whether I wanted to hear it or I wish that it wasn't published. But I believe at this point, I am glad that it's in the atmosphere. And I
Mhm.
know who is in my corner and who would be the first one to put me in my grave, because sometimes they say you will be you'll be surprised at who is plotting to take you down, and this was surely a shock for me.
I think it was all a ploy to garner more support with Andre, because as I said, she was desperate to get close to Andre to get herself reinvented. She was desperate for that, and she didn't take a liking for me because of that either, because I may have questioned her um way of getting close to Andre, and she didn't like that. So, as I said, I'm glad Andre, in the middle of everything, threw her under the bus as well. Because in the midst of everything, she was plotting and scheming to get herself in.
I noticed though, from the first interview you have done, the first one with Carlos and the second one, it seems to me that you are more sympathetic to the relationship with not hurting Andre as much. I think you've become less, your tone has become less threatening. Has anything changed?
No, I am not. My the whole purpose of the interviews on all different platforms is not to have an attack on Andre. I think Andre has attacked himself enough. I was waiting for Andre to turn around and say to the public, I was angry and I told a lie, and that would solve the problem. The whole purpose is to clear my name. There is a series of things that has happened from the 6th of August up to now. So it doesn't all go down in one sit down. And what if I'm coming out to say the truth, it's going to be the truth in an order which it has unfolded over the last 6 weeks, particularly. So
Has Andre reached out to you
not
since you
one,
started? Not at all. You haven't spoken to him.
not once, not once.
So
Andre,
you,
Andre knows that an apology, I would have never done one interview. Retract the lie and apologize, I would have never done one interview, because these interviews are raising my blood pressure as well. But likewise, the accusation and the slanderous disaster almost gave me a stroke last week. So if Andre decided not to clear my name, it's my duty to go there and explain to the people in the order how things had happened and why I was thrown out. I'm not taking a hit at Andre for any reason at all. A lot of Andre people think so. But if I was taking a hit at Andre, I wouldn't need to do any interview. All I would need to do is just get the ball rolling.
I noticed that you said on the interview done yesterday
Mhm.
that you would come back to partner draw under certain changes.
In the interest of the nation.
So you would work back with Andre if what exactly?
The nation demands the voice, the upliftment. On those terms, I would possibly consider a negotiation. How that goes, it would be down to that. But I'm not saying that I would put my hand up and say, on no reason, I will never negotiate to bring back partner jaw to the forefront. But it would have to be a negotiation on terms that is good enough for both of us and that benefit the brand and the nation.
Even after what you've
But
been
I
through
wouldn't
this
but
week,
I wouldn't be
that
going back. I wouldn't be going back for the support of Andre and for the maintaining and building of Andre like I started. I wouldn't be going back for that purpose. I would solely be going back, one, mainly on the interest of the nation, and two, commercially, because if I'm going back, I would have to be commercially compensated.
properly.
Yeah.
Explain that part, because some people don't understand that
Right.
for almost a
Ori-
year.
ori- Originally, the deal was when we started the YouTube channel, we are going to bill Andre for a year, and then after a year, he start compensating us. Particularly me, that deal was set around me because the whole day-to-day running to get the whole broadcasting spectrum and everything out there 6 days a week was mainly run by Andre and myself until the junior producer came on board. So I was willing to give him a year free to build him until things get better, because our first broadcast was the end of August 2022, and we first start receiving payments October 2022. So billing him for a year and then he stopped paying. So in July, June of this year, he asked the team in America to send me 1,000 US. Then in July, he asked them to send me 500 US dollars. The password for Partner Draw was withdrawn from me on the 13th of August. The creation of Partner Draw YouTube was the 14th of August 2022. First major broadcast was the 28th of August 2022. So the password withdrawal on the 13th of August 2023, we were moving up to the 1 year period where his free labor would have ended, and then he would start compensating me properly. So this was where he said that argument in the recordings. However, because he had withdrawn the password, refused to have me back, then he violated that agreement. Under contract law, what would happen here is, because I've already given him the free year, then I have performed my side of the contract. He has broken the contract after I have performed. So because he has breached, he would have to provide me a remedy. And the remedy is he would have to put me in a position I would be if I work for a year paid going forward. So that was the stance of my negotiation. You need to put me in a position from August 2023 to August 2024. That's how contractual negotiation work. If there is a breach of the performance, you need to put me in a forward position. Because if you put me in a position I was in before the performance, it means that I have performed your contract, but I have left with nothing. So you get your performance and then you breach. So he has to put me in a beneficial position, as if, yes, after the 1 year done, I'm continuously working with you and getting my compensation. So my negotiations stand on that. And that was concluded. Yes, I did ask for 50% in the start. This is how negotiation works.
Patients work,
You do not
yes.
ask for 30% if you're willing to settle for 30%. You have to ask for higher than 30%. This was no blackmail or anything. It's just how negotiation works.
That's my area, so I can tell everybody how negotiations work. I have my stuff from Harvard.
Mhm.
So That's how negotiations work, guys. You don't start with the price you want.
Yeah.
You start higher and then you try to go closer to the margin, which is at 30%. And
Yes.
people don't understand. It's not when you're building a brand, it's not one person doing the work. You have a team
Precisely.
of people that make the dream work. Wayne, I have a question. I know you have never met Andre in person,
Mm-hmm.
but did you and Andre have a personal relationship outside of just the directing or the producing of the show that could be a little bit more than just business partners?
Oh yes, we started on a very friendly relationship from day one, I would admit. We started in a very friendly relationship from day one. We would have lots of long phone calls, lots of long video calls, or sometime, or we would just be on WhatsApp. Uh, the phone is put down. He's doing his own thing in his house. I'm doing my own thing in my house. We speak that one. Then it was that type of rapport we have really. We started on a friendly basis almost from get go, but we also had bumpy tussle from get-go onwards because everybody who comes in the internal circle of partner draw knows that when they cannot deal with Andre outburst, then they go through Andre via Wayne. So it has always been a rough, bumpy, sweet, bitter tirade.
So, to be straight, you guys had what we call the pen pal love.
And the old generation pen. Uh,
Just be straight.
we we have a good friendship. I would admit we had a good friendship.
That was a little bit more than what a business relationship was.
It started as a personal friendship turned into a business relationship. It wasn't a business relationship turned personal friendship. It's a personal friendship turned business relationship.
Did you have any plans to meet Andre?
Into the future, yes, I do. I do. And I I possibly still would want to.
Interesting.
I possibly
I
still would
want to
want to.
declare that
Mhm.
I, unlike you, who seems to be in a very forgiving space, even though that I am wishing him well,
Mhm.
I am telling you, I am total opposite. I do not want anything to do with Andre Stevens. I am telling his the followers that follow him, regardless of anything that he does and says. If you think that he built my platform, please, and I don't want it to be said because I will tell everybody, Andre, no build me build myself. Wayne,
Mhm.
can you confirm that how much Shelly, how many weeks Friday nights that I went on Partner Draw TV? Did I get a red cent for all the hours that Shelly Quran spent Friday, at least 7 weeks?
No.
Did Andre receive money?
None of Andre guests are paid, so I don't want anybody to have that argument running around.
Right. But Andre was generating money when I was on his platform. Like,
Yes,
oh,
guess who bring numbers to your platform and numbers generate money, yes.
and I brought numbers because I saw the numbers. I mean, me and Dr. Love and others, right? I wanted to say this because I want to say it very clear. If Andre sent a few of you over to my page, I sent a few and I helped build the views. Some of them want to come, and if you no want to go toe for toe on what him do and what I do. Cause with a week's mistake on Andre platform. But I'll say this, there'll be no more me and Andre. I wish him well. I want him to be checked in to the hospital. And I do agree with you, Wayne, that when he is focused on the business, he has helped a lot of families.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish for that to continue in the future, because the truth is Jamaica is in a very, very dark place.
And
But
it's on those reasons why I would consider my assisting reviving partner job, because Jamaica needs that voice. And I just want to take this opportunity to say to people out there who is saying Wayne is looking for popularity. I've helped to build one of the biggest brands in the Jamaican circle of vloggers and social media. And I did not look for popularity when I'm there. So I'm not looking for it now. All I need to do is clear my name. And when Monday morning comes, Wayne is going back to his normal life. So I'm not here looking for popularity. I'm not one of them numbers junkie. If I was looking for
let
popularity,
me just address them. Listen to me. Andre never made any one of tea time videos go viral. None of Andre helped to go viral. Everything that I touch from tea time, please, all of you know who's come over here, because Andre, go. I would rather, remember, I'm not in any competition with anybody. I would rather go slow, but my product is my product. I'm just letting everybody know that don't even let them know, like I just come back with Andre. Where was Andre's 20 years I'm in the media? Andre just come out. When you Google me and Google Andre, just look at the years. Look at the years and accomplishments. Just look. Someone just come out. I don't care who Andre expose.
but
Don't
Shelly, you see,
care.
one thing with me, I do not give audience to cultish followers who do not look at things objectively
No.
or take a common sense approach rather than a cultish approach. I really do not let those people get to me,
No, they're
because
not getting to me. I want to put them because I see that they like to put, and this is the problem that I'm having now. And I'm going to ask you honestly now, because I see that Andre has the potential to be the next Kevin Smith here. And that's if he comes out of his mind. Will the cult follow him when he is derailing mentally? Now, do you see a potential problem there?
well, I think I spoke about that on Jamaican Carlos the other night, that Andre could be potentially dangerous, because he has that cultish following that would even push him to pursue more power and control. So yes, that cultish following is there, and it is even proving dangerous to the leader, because it is sad to see how these people are acting as if they care about him, but not seeing how they are assisting him to be destructive. So yes, that cultish following is already there.
And the fact that he can even go as far as to tape Dr. Nigel Clark, that you have confirmed, and stuff like that. He is It is a problem. I mean, but do you think that's his credibility after everybody knows that he has taped them? How many people were planning to call Andre in a private conversation? Do you think that his credibility can rebound from all of this?
That is a hard one. That history will answer that question.
Hmm.
History will really answer that question.
Yeah. He is talented and he
Very
does have a draw,
talented, and he has a lot to offer, an awful lot. But he
but the
he
downside,
also has said this to him. I've said this publicly. You have a destructive spirit that will damage you if you do not contain.
I don't know anybody. I'm not call. Well, I'm not even going. I would never call his phone. So I don't know how this is going to work, and it's sad. You know what
I'm
is
willing
really
to
sad?
have a conversation with him, not in a tirade. It's a amicable conversation, or it's a conversation where we can um have a sit down, and even if you're angry, you can hear my point and I can hear your point. But even when you listen to the voice note he sent to his mother, which he put out there, it's kind of a
Did
hard
did he
situation.
put out the voice note with his mother, tracing his mother? Because
Obvious.
when they said that it was you that put it out.
Andre and I by then weren't talking, because when Andre and his mother rekindled their communication, Wayne and Andre weren't talking. Andre is doing it just to cast an illusion on Wayne. Even if Wayne released it, couldn't they, whoever is having an issue, I think more the issue should be, why on earth would he speak to his mother like that? Or
Well, because he's
if he can
bipolar.
if he can speak to his mother like that, is there anyone around him safe enough? You just got to think. It's a thinking exercise. And this is why a lot of Andre followers are helping him to destroy themselves, because they themselves are not thinking. So they just swallow the tainted Kool-Aid with whatever other pill he wants to drop in it to top up the illusion. They just all follow blindly.
Yes, I've seen that. I've seen that. And it's very
Very.
dangerous. It's very dangerous. Well, um,
But I must say, I have to go drink 2 Magnum now, because them say me a junkie and I'm on a weekend break. So how dare one not have to drink?
well, one question that I had to ask, because most people, I'm not going to go back in history because I think they should go back to the other interviews. But you did give Andre a deadline to apologize publicly, or else you would release voice notes that you know say you have in your possession, illegal recordings.
Yeah,
Does
I
that still stand today, or have you recanted?
I have recanted because I am human. So I am always open to a debate, a change of mind, and conversation. I am at the moment giving Andres time to look after himself, get himself healed, and get himself on the road. But I will say this, he must. And when you use must in a legal context, it places a duty either to do something. He must apologize for his blunder, regardless of the fact that I've cleared my name by giving a chronological order of how all of this breakdown took place. He must, in the future, whether he wants to do it now or when he is healed, he must apologize. Until then, the war is still open. I am prepared to close the channel. The channel means the war that he has declared, but I can still hold ceasefire.
So you are still threatening him, but you're putting the threat on hold.
That he must clear my name. As long as he doesn't clear my name, there is still an open war. That's how once a war is declared, it must come to an end, a recognized end, or it is still open where both warring parties can strike at each other at any time. My whole thing from day one, when I realized that Andre was not interested in allowing me to go peacefully, it was the very reason why I put the non-disclosure agreement in place with a breach of 50,000 US dollars, hoping, just hoping that might contain Andre because Andre was determined to destroy my reputation and my brand if I do not come under his subjection. I knew I wasn't going to come under his subjection. I was prepared to be destroyed. I could have engaged in a back and forth battle with Andre. I decided not to because regardless, it is very nasty for both of us. It is very nasty for both of us brands. It has also damaged both of us credibility in broadcasting going into the future. So all I wanted from then to now is just cut the bullshit and clear my name and I'm done. That's it.
Um,
Once my name is clear, it's all done.
it's all done. But okay, what is preventing him right now, you think, from having an outburst right now? Because he doesn't seem to like to lose war, and at the moment, he seems to be in a pickle. So what is preventing him if he's not in treatment in no institution right now? What do you think is holding him from not making any more provocative posts?
I think my interviews have shed a lot of light on the series from the 6th of August up to now, which, other than the major allegation which everybody was concerned about, not much was known to the public of how I was dismissed and the proceedings that follows. That was a massive thing for Andre. He did not want to get that to get out in the public. I feel I have a duty to let the public know that I'm no longer at partner draw. I did also ask Andre that we should put a joint statement out. He forbid never on partner draw. When I decided to make my statement, I published it just before the show with the hope that he recognize and speak about it on the show because there was this whole thing of Wayne is taking a break to go back and do his master's degree, or Wayne has taken a break, everything is okay with Wayne, but everything throughout that whole period, especially from the 12th of August onwards, was just bitter, bitter. I was facing bitterness, even though I remain calm. Most of the bitterness that I experienced on Saturday, the 12th of August, I have not responded or paid very much attention to a lot of the bit, but it was difficult because I'm not a person to really sometimes stay silent, being prosecuted, especially in this dangerous manner. But this time was just so different.
Well, the attack was real. It was very low.
Mm.
So what do you feel if he went on a tirade tomorrow and put it out again, something against your character?
There is nothing
Um,
more to go out against my character. The only thing, Andre, and for me, my HIV status is nothing damning. And HIV these days is like a wallet attached to your back pocket, like literally. So that wasn't anything damning. That was just going into my personal life to smear me, backed up with a lie that cannot be proven. So for me, that was kind of a nasty attack because I do not have anything to stain his character. I mean, there's nothing out there on me that he can come with.
but you have all of the tea in voice notes saved.
And I will respect people's confidentiality and credibility because I wouldn't like also to have a personal conversation where I think I'm just having a conversation and then I bumped into it with the entire world sit down listening to it. So I personally wouldn't want to put anyone through that. And,
So why you not think them
and,
choose mine to go out?
and
What
I
about all the
must be clear.
hundreds?
Say that again.
Why them choose my own? What's the plan with it? Why if you have hundreds of phone conversation, why you think they chose Carlene's?
I have no idea. Maybe Andre see something in his spirit that wasn't clean about her, even though he was telling her that she have a pure spirit. Both of them are illusionists and con artists, so it may just be their spirit going against each other and tormenting them. The plot might have the plot might have gotten to Andre because I do think maybe she is instrumental in removing what would have been her roadblock in getting quite close to Andre, which I would have been seen as a roadblock for her. So Andre probably realized that Wayne has gone and it took an second partner draw because Wayne has gone and things is not flowing as usual. There's nothing coming from the channel or whatever. So maybe he is just saying, well, then if that's a tear down, let me just take everything down with me. But I know he planned
And
to
Andre
take
is
me
no
down with
fool.
him.
Andre
Say
is
that.
no fool. He knows that Carlene cannot even invent herself right now. She need help. He's no fool. He knows that Carlene can't replace you.
Well, she was desperate though. From last
I know.
year.
From
From
the how
last
she
year,
sounded
she was
desperate.
desperate for a reinvention. Very
Mm.
desperate.
Well, Wayne,
And
I know
I,
that you
I,
have.
I think I think
Go
that's
ahead.
why she ran with the story she did.
So, in a way, did he save me?
He probably did because it is somebody who can get close to you or can waddle their way into you while having a knife laid bare for you. So I always think it is always good to know than not to know, especially if there's a danger lie waiting. So maybe Andre is doing everybody a favor. As he say, but if it's an illusion, you're not going to play a straight game. You're going to go all over the bloody place, isn't it? Because you're casting an illusion.
Wow. Wayne, thank you for coming on my live today. And
You're welcome.
is there anything you want to say to the 500 that is on now?
I want to say to all of them, I am not attacking Andre. I am clearing my name. This whole scenario didn't go down nasty. A lot of things went down nasty privately. And in order to clear my name that was tarnished bitterly, I have to outline what I have as my truth and my facts so the public can understand the entire scenario, the development, the day-to-day issues, the major different issues that may have happened within this whole scenario that taken us to where we are. I am not looking for popularity. I am not a social media junkie. I have a career. I have a job. That's how Andre met me. And I continue to be so, even though I used to alter myself to give partner draw of 4, 5, 6 hours on a daily basis. But I am still on the journey of social justice. I have always been doing that. And I will still be using all my platforms to champion social justice, whether it's be in a speaking forum or in a print forum. I will always continue to deal with issues of social justice. And I want to thank everyone who has listened to my story. And I want to thank all the people who has reached out to me for the last few weeks, those who have sent their support via social media, those who have stand in my corner and support out there. I want to say thank you all. And I want to say to Andre's supporters, give him the support that he needs, not the support that will give you or him attention. I want to thank you for giving me the time, Shelly, and I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for giving me the time to help clear my name on this forum.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
All right. All right,
How do
guys.
how do I leave this forum? Because
Let me see, let me. Okay, I can remove you now. All right. You have a blessed evening. Thank you for coming, and we'll be in touch.
thank you very much.
For the little fufu people, them, I'm just telling you something about me say one question. About if I'm worried about any voice notes, listen to me. Anything that I have no recordings, none, nothing. Shelly have anything for say it to no face. If me vex with somebody, me go text them directly. Me not do the chat on back behind back business. I forget pay for. Thank you, O'Neill. Thank you for telling me this is a great interview. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Yes, I am going to save the live. Tani Lee, I see it. Come help me save live. Make sure say it not get destroyed. Guys, thank you guys for coming. And you know, even myself, when you hear the person say, after Andre jump out at me, poor girl never know say Andre sick in her head. are the first thing for call Thursday morning after Andre. And I don't mean to, he was. That's why he attacked me. And people just, your first enemy would want to get up in the morning and bring file that don't even exist and go so there is a lesson to learn, guys. Be careful of the people who are sending you messages, asking for favors. How far would they go to bring you down when when things are not happening for them? Bad mind is real, and we must remember that, right? Hi, O'Neill, big up yourself. And yes, this was not to attack Andre, and I have to live with myself in my truth. I've always tried to give him the best advice for his mental health because I understand. But the fact that he has gone so low and the things that has revealed, it will never be the same. Never be the same. Carlene, you don't exist. You're dead with the butterfly dance. You're dead from this. So from the butterfly stop do, you've been irrelevant. I've been trying to help. I don't have a voice note. I don't know what about voice note. I can't share what I wasn't tape. And I made up on tape, my love. Yes, we're going to end it here. And we pray for him, but it ends here. It really ends here. It will never be the same. It will never be the same. For those that are saying that there's no lawsuits because she didn't know that it was illegally taped, the reason why there is going to be a lawsuit in the Supreme Court next week, along with other people, so she'll have multiple, is because she went on Nationwide and said she's not apologizing, and everything that's out in the public space, she knows it to be true. And I can tell you, that's not how courthouse work, my love. I don't know. I don't know. It's not like I wanted to it's not like I don't know if she even owned the old Escalade, but anything where she own, all the old drawers, me I go own it. I'm gonna teach you what it is to be a friend and how people betray people for monetary gains. And you should never have called my son, my daughter, my adopted son name like that for money. I'm going to teach you a very expensive lesson. I won't let it go. I'm going to ride it until she go bake more than Miss Donna this year Christmas. Remember me tell you that. All right, guys. I want to make sure that this is saved. Love and light. I'm going to eat and drink and be merry, that knowing that when them was digging a grave, them dig one for themselves. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye. All right.
Okay.